11 months after Ryan Fischer's sudden passing and a night that ended with an incredible image of sportsmanship and compassion between a couple of high school hockey teams, Granville and Detroit Catholic Central will meet again this Saturday.
This time at the Van Andel Arena in downtown Grand Rapids to raise money for the Ryan Fischer Scholarship Fund. 24-hour News 8's Larry Figursky is not only a longtime Granville resident, but also a 1982 graduate of Detroit Catholic Central.
Yeah, perfect to tell his story, and he joins us now live from Van Andel Arena with more on, Larry, what has become a unique relationship between these two teams from different sides of the state.
Yeah, and two very good teams as well, Brian, and in their words, bonded like brothers now. It's a relationship built on competition and compassion, respect and understanding, and friendship and faith. And Ryan's parents, Ronnie and Scott, say that would make Ryan, very proud and very happy because it was the kind of relationship he was always trying to build with and for others.
Friday, March 7th was undoubtedly the worst day in our lives. Yet we managed to get to that hockey game and are so glad that we did.
What they witnessed at its conclusion was one of the most inspirational moments in high school hockey history.
That was, again, I really believe Ryan's first great deed from heaven was to craft that horrific day and to turn it into something very special.
One team consoling another whose season it had just ended.
We saw them all huddled around the net, and just as a hockey community, we knew it was the right thing to do, just go down there and have their backs and support them.
Over a sorrow that went well beyond the game.
Max Heltman, who wore Ryan's jersey, was down, was about to start the prayer, and then out of the corner of my eye, I saw some people skating toward us.
I felt a hand on my shoulder, and there was nobody behind me, so I knew, and then I saw a couple of white jerseys coming over, and I just thought it was just so awesome of them to show that sportsmanship.
And compassion.
Probably one of the most spiritual things I've ever seen.
What went through your mind when you saw that happening?
I started crying like a baby. We had a few wounds that were still pretty fresh, and just to know and feel what they were going through a little bit, it really hit home.
You see, what most people back in West Michigan didn't know was that the Detroit CC students and community knew what Granville was going through all too well.
It was one of the saddest moments of my life, for sure.
2 years before, 16-year-old David Wadzinski, a member of this year's senior class and a star linebacker for the CC football team, died suddenly, like Ryan Fischer, in his sleep from a heart issue. He
was, much like Ryan, just a phenomenal young man, great personality, extremely lofty goals, great scholar athlete, just one of the kids that you look up to in school.
And then last October, just 5 months before Ryan's sudden passing, CC captain and senior Matt Cerisio crashed into the boards during an all-star game, breaking his back in 2 places and severing his spinal cord, leaving him paralyzed from the waist down.
So we kind of knew what they're going through, and we knew what people did for us, and we knew what we could do for them to help them out. You learn from your experiences, and you know what got you through your troubles, and now it's up to you to help other people out.
It really felt like we were supposed to be their opponent that evening in that game.
The two teams, programs, and schools have now formed a unique relationship, one of respect, competition, and understanding that goes far beyond the ice.
I can't imagine that this would have happened with any other team. I think they just felt connected with us in that moment, and it probably was a calling, and I'm so grateful for that. And certainly that's part of the connection, I think, is we share some unfortunate circumstances, but both of us, I think, are coming out of it stronger.
Saturday, they meet again in the first game between the two since the state semifinals on the day of Ryan's passing last March.
There's no team I'd rather play in that game than them, just because of the respect they showed us and the sportsmanship they showed us. And it's an awesome opportunity to get to play them because they're so good.
The perennial state power and defending state champion Shamrocks facing off with the Bulldogs once again, this time at Van Andel Arena in downtown Grand Rapids, to together raise money for the Ryan Fischer Scholarship Fund and help keep his legacy alive.
To have them come here and play us, and especially in such a cool venue, and also to honor Ryan, it's a really great thing.
He would absolutely love it. I mean, he would love this type of thing. These two schools coming together.
Win or lose for us in that game, we don't care. We just want to go there and once again wrap our arms around the Fisher family and Granville community.
Again, the game is set for 1:30 here tomorrow afternoon. You can get tickets at griffinshockey.com. The code word, by the way, you're looking for is Fisher with a C. All proceeds of the game will go to the Ryan Fisher Legacy Scholarship Fund. And, of course, the ticket will also get you into not only the game here at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon, but the Griffins game as well later that night. Brian, Sue?
Larry, hard to believe it's only been just about a year now since that all happened. But just watching those images again, so poignant, so powerful. And it's awesome that both of these teams found a way to be able to pay it forward in some aspect.
Yeah, it certainly is, Brian. And I think that's, you hate to use that phrase, silver lining in a situation that was as bad and devastating and saddening as this was. But I think that, the Fishers are very proud of that. The people remember Ryan. They remember what he was, stood for, what he was about. And it gives them an opportunity to continue his legacy. And they see it in so many ways. And that's what makes them very happy, I think.
Oh,
absolutely.
Such a great
both
story.
have a lot to be proud of. Thank you, Larry.
Larry, thank you.